What's up everybody? I'm sitting in a 2024 Mercedes-Benz CLE450 4MATIC Cabriolet. As you can tell, we're roofless. This is equipped with the 3-liter inline-6 with the mild hybrid system that produces 375 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. Achieves a 0 to 60 of 4.2 seconds, which definitely feels accurate. As equipped, this car is sitting at $84,270. However, the cheapest CLE300 Cabriolet that you can get is $64,350. It does come with the 2-liter i4, which is sufficient potentially, but the i6 is the one you want, if I'm being honest. The i6 starts at $73,850 and comes really well equipped with things like air scarf, air cap as well, which pops up from the head, this pillar here on top of the windshield, and prevents too much wind from coming in. You've also got this screen in the back that comes up to prevent wind from buffeting too much in the back seat. I had some passengers in the back seat recently and it still was pretty buffety, but that was at the freeway speeds, and up front it's negligible. I would say you can drive top down with a front seat passenger easy. Back seat passenger has to be okay with a little bit of wind management back there, but let's get going and see what we've got. I have had the CLE300 Coupe previously on loan, and if I'm being honest, I wasn't the biggest fan. I knew though that the Cabriolet would be a different story, and now that I'm in the CLE450 Cabriolet, I'm in love. I love everything about this car. It is supremely powerful, effortless power. You know, it's one of those things where you never feel like you're underpowered. You've always got passing power. No matter how many people are in the car, no matter whether you're going uphill or not, amazing power levels in this. It's still very comfort oriented in the sense that it's not super stiff riding. It's not gonna keep you super flat in the corners. It's not, you know, that's not the goal of this car. The goal is to provide a luxurious Grand Tourer experience for 4 people in a convertible, and I have to say it's executed extremely well. There is almost no body flex at all. I'm so shocked and so impressed by the structural rigidity of this convertible. Usually when you chop the top off of a car, you end up with something a little floppier because there's no roof to keep things stable. This, however, I have noticed virtually no jiggles or wiggles in the structure and the windshield up here. You know, the head-up display is projected onto the windshield and you don't see it wiggling or wobbling at all, so I think that's incredibly impressive for a convertible. This thing has also got a really long wheelbase, so it's a big open top thing. There's a lot of structure that doesn't have a roof to hold it together, so that just further impresses me that Mercedes has been able to, oh my gosh, it's sunny, maintain structural rigidity in this. Driving it through the canyons, it's shockingly capable. I have to say, I have yet to find anything that really flummoxes this car. Driving it aggressively through the canyons, as I said, the structure remains stiff, which is super impressive for any convertible. The engine gives you so much power, all-wheel drive gives you so much grip. It just feels so good. And everything that you throw at it, it has highway driving, it has Mercedes-Benz's level 2 ADAS systems that are incredible. So even on the freeway, it is agreeable and so just a joy to drive. Like I said, the coupe was a harder sell for me because, I don't know, in my head, coupes are meant to be sporty and stiff and all that stuff, and it just wasn't giving me what I wanted. But the Cabriolet CLE, game over, man. It's so good. I love it so much. It's beautiful. The big top is well insulated. As a convertible person myself, I haven't been driving a ton with the roof up, but from what I have driven with the roof up, it's relatively well insulated in the sense that you don't get too much noise of what's going on around you. If you're comparing it to like the coupe, it kind of sounds like there's a window cracked a teensy bit at all times, not because of wind noise, but just because you can hear, you know, cars buzzing by a little more than you would in the coupe, and you can hear the things happening outside of your car, on the sidewalk, on the road, a little bit clearer than you would in a hardtop. If you want something that is going to be able to be all season topless too, because of the heated seats, I've got the air scarf that blows hot air on your neck in cold weather. It also has all-wheel drive, which is brilliant for winter driving. Everything about this car is so perfect. I feel it's not trying to be sporty. It's not trying to be everything all at once. It gives you a fabulous, luxurious, elevated driving experience, and you can just put the top down, and I love it. It doesn't have a B-pillar, which is great, so even if the top is up, you can put all of your windows down and have that pillarless feel, which is unparalleled. Those who know. On the interior, this pretty much has the same interior as the C-Class, but it does give you a screen that flips a little bit more vertical to prevent glare, like the Mercedes-Benz SL offers. I think that's a great feature that should be offered on all of the cars, just as a personal preference thing, because when I have the screen, normally in the Mercedes vehicles, the screen is kind of flat, pushed up against the dashboard, which is fine, but bringing the screen a little bit more vertical makes it much closer to hand, closer to your steering wheel, closer to everything that you want it to be closer to. It's not as long of a reach to access anything. I leave it in the vertical orientation, lift it up a little bit more than I do in the flat orientation, even though flat is kind of what Mercedes expects people to use. But putting it vertical is really beneficial, in my opinion, for just making it friendlier to navigate through all the menus, because there are quite a few menus. You can use the voice assistant to get you things that you need. It works well enough. Infotainment aside from that, it's a little busy, but it's the same MBUX that you get on all Mercedes vehicles pretty much. You get standard upgraded Burmester stereo system, which is incredible. Great highs, great lows. You can do a surround sound feature that sounds great, whether the top is up or down, which is very impressive. Having a top up in an enclosed vehicle is easier to get high quality sound because you're in an echo chamber effectively. It's just better acoustics. But this thing, even with the top down and the windows down, with you're just blasting sound into the ether and it still sounds amazing. Special shout out to the engine, beautiful. The transmission, the 9G-tronic automatic is good. You put it in sport and it stays out of the way for the most part, but again, it's not about that sportiness. This vehicle is not so much about being the sportiest car in the world. It's about getting you somewhere in luxury, letting you enjoy the journey, driving this through the mountains. It's so cool to have the open air. I just love a convertible so much, and I don't understand how anyone could not love a convertible.